Welcome back, you guys, for another update of Pixar Pier. I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is there is a lot of progress going on over here at Pixar Pier, and we're going to show you a lot of it today. The bad news is, if you look over here, it's closed. The pier is completely closed from the very beginning all the way through the whole pier. It's closed for the next week for the grand opening Saturday. Or if you're willing to cough up $300, you can go to the premiere on Friday night, which we are not willing to do, but we'll be here Saturday morning bright and early waiting with everybody else. So this is about as close as we're going to get to inside the pier right here. As you can see, they put up the Pixar Pier sign, but they have it covered. They do not want us to see what it is. But they've taken down all the walls over there. They've painted all of the poles. They got the entrance here to the Lamplight Lounge. Everything seems to be themed as one, but the one thing I see real quick is look at the covering over here and then look at the covering over here. I think this is what the covering is supposed to look like, and they're probably not done with this one yet, or are they keeping it different on purpose? I don't know. Leave me a comment below, let me know. So Becky was pointing out that they have these poles sticking out of the covering there, and I guarantee you that's for some signage. They're gonna have signs where you can walk in right there because there's poles on this side too, so they'll probably put a Lamplight Lounge sign over here and maybe a Knick-Knack sign over there if that's still going to be part of Knick-Knacks, or that's going to be a different building or a different room or shop or whatever. They'll put the sign there. Now for the Lamplight Lounge, you can see inside here they have all these looks like pieces of artwork. It's like paper and stuff, so I'm assuming as you spiral down the staircase there, you're going to be looking at drawings and stuff like that from the Pixar movies and things like that, because it's Pixar themed. And then down here you can see it's all red themed. The coverings seems to be the theme throughout the area. And then also the seating and stuff, you have blue seats there, and then you have red benches and seats right there. So you can finally get a look inside. Just a fresh coat of paint on what was already there, it looks like. So if you notice, looks like they have finished the archway right there. It's got the Incredibles logo on top of it. It's got Incredibles. I was really bummed out because we were here yesterday. We were over at Adorable Snowman's and we could see everything. And we didn't film because we were with some friends, not knowing that the pier would be closed today. But here you can see that is the side of Jack Jack's Donut Shop, or Cookie Shop, not Donut Shop, Cookie Shop. Jack Jack's Yum Yums right there. Num Nums. And then you got some cranes and some work. Now they're not testing the coaster. Whenever I'm here, it doesn't seem like they're testing the coaster. They have the splash effect of Dash running alongside the coaster now also in play, but not for me because it's not running. And Poultry's Palace, they've put siding up. They got some air vents on the back there. They got the roof pretty much almost done. I'm gonna see if I can get a good side angle from the other side of the lake here, and we'll see what we can see from that angle in just a little bit. But right now, they got all the walls down now. I mean, there's Mr. Potato Head is behind that, his little curtain there. They have, if we come over here, Angry Dogs is coming together. I still don't see a sign on top of Angry Dogs, but I'm sure it's coming this week. Well, it has to be because they're opening up next week. So they are testing the wheel right now. You can see everything's kind of swinging and swaying. So they were testing that yesterday. It looks like they're stopping it for practicing loading and unloading. But they got all the things. It's weird when you see the wheel going and some of the doors are open to the canopy. It was yesterday to the buckets, but it looks like today all the doors are closed. But it was really weird watching it go and all the doors were open. Also, they've repainted and put up the Midway Mania sign right there above Toy Story Midway Mania. It looks really good. And then I'm going to show you too, and I think I can get an angle of it here. There's some Jack Jacks. We saw Jack Jacks yesterday. So I am zoomed in all the way as much as I can, and I can only show you a couple Jack Jacks, but I'll throw up some other Jack Jacks that I got the other day. There are a ton of Jack Jacks throughout this roller coaster. I mean, we saw like 6 or 7 different Jack Jacks out there. And you can see a few of them from what I'm showing you right now, but not all of them. So from this side, I can see a lot going on here by the fun wheel. They got yellow tarping awnings over the fun wheel, so you're not waiting in the shade. Or so you are waiting in the shade, not waiting in the sun. They got "You Got a Friend in Me" sign over it right there. Can't see what it says on the other side. Let's see. The Luxo ball. There it is, you guys. There's the Luxo ball. It looks a little dull, but maybe it's just designed that way because it's marble-ish and it's wet, and it must be because I don't see any covering over it. So there's the Luxo ball. You guys, we finally got where it's at. And then over here you have, they're still working on the promenade there. Bing Bong's was right here is not going to be completed. They're still working on it. Maybe they'll get it done. That'd be amazing if they did. Now let's take a look over at the Incredibles. So coming into the Incredibles, and yesterday I had such a closer shot of it, but they have some of the coverings of the sunshade discs right there for the line for the Incredibles roller coaster. They had this cool orange wall, which you can see it here, but it was so much better. I wish I was filming yesterday, and I just didn't know they were going to close down on this like today. I mean, I was here yesterday. The cool Incredibles artwork underneath the Incredibles archway there. It's a bummer that the carousel's not going to be open in time for, you know, the grand opening. Or watch them be lying to us and have it open just in time. Who really knows? But they got the whole roof completely painted on the Incredibles building there. On the front side, it was painted white underneath. I didn't see the Incredibles logo underneath it, but I know they're adding it. And then you can see, I wish I was here yesterday filming. I was here yesterday but not filming, because on the back side you could totally see like artwork and stuff where the roller coaster's ending. So that might be part of the ending sequence that's happening. So they've also added some game signage there. I can't see exactly what it says on the screen, so maybe you can just read it when you're watching this video. Unfortunately, I can't see it. And another shot of the Luxo balls just spinning around. Kind of like exactly like the ball that's in Tomorrowland, but with the Luxo design. And then if we come back, look at guys, we get to watch all the different characters on the fun wheel right here. You got Mr. Incredible, you got Sully, we got the three cats, I don't know their names. You got Remy's friend, the bears, I don't know what they are. Squirrel, squirrel! Oh, Mrs. Incredible. Sadness, I love Sadness. Let's see who else we got. Dory. Heimlich. We rode Heimlich yesterday, probably for the last time. I'm gonna miss him. You got Woody. This is really cool. I can see everybody. You got Hector from Coco. Mater. I love that guy. Wally. I love Wally. Who's next? Mike Wazowski. And then there's Meredith from Brave, which is a Pixar movie. Thank you everybody for telling me. There's Remy. We even made it full circle. These are a lot of characters. What's his name from Up? Doug? No, that's the dog. Mr. Incredible. There we went. There's Joy. I think we went full circle. Pretty awesome. I'm liking it. You guys, you know how I was super worried that they weren't going to replace all the light bulbs, but look it. They replaced all the light bulbs going around the coaster. They finally did it. It was so needed, you guys. It was so needed. I'm so glad they didn't overlook that. That would have been kind of a bummer for me. So they replaced all the light bulbs, which is super cool. Still need to paint this sucker though. This guy is dingy looking a little bit, but I doubt they're gonna paint it in a week, but at least they got the lights going right. So they've even taken down the scrim for the walkway into the Incredible Land here, and they got some purple poles over here, and they got a lot of construction equipment back in there, some sort of construction stuff. Now that's where the Inside Out neighborhood is going to be, is right in here. So I'm looking forward to that opening later this year, once they close Bugs Land and move Flix Flyers over here, and they'll build that attraction. And it's really hard for you to tell from here, but behind that white tarping there's a Coco themed billboard, and it looked really good when I saw it yesterday. So I can't wait to see what they do with all the other billboards, because that one looks really cool. So I think that's going to be it for us with the Pixar Pier construction update right now. They got a lot going on. There's a lot to see, but they've locked us out, you guys. They locked the keys and threw them away for at least a week, so we're shooting from afar. But we'll be back on Saturday, so the next time you see us will be Pixar Pier's open. Not a construction update, but it's open. And we're planning on riding the Incredicoaster. Maybe I can get Becky on the Wheel of Death here, the Pixar Pal Around wheel right here. We're going to try to see if we can get some reservations for Gas Lamp Lounge or Lamplight Lounge. Oh my gosh, I'm going to say that wrong every single time. But we might eat some goodies there. We'll probably see some friends here because everybody in the world is going to be here on that day for sure. So now let's head on over to the parking structure and show you some parking structure construction update of what's going on over there right next to Mickey and Friends parking structure. So we have made it over to the parking structure, or future site of the parking structure, and there is a lot going on over here. Let's check this out. So all the way over there, it doesn't look like much has changed. They have just got the forms all around there. They got a flatbed, they got some dirt, nothing really exciting happening here. But now here's where I think is exciting. I think this is where the edge of the parking structure is going to be. So this is going to be the front edge of the parking structure. Now there's going to be a little alcove out there where the escalators are that come off of the parking structure, and the tram's going to go around it, but that'll be the tram route right through there. And so you'll have the escalators for this parking structure over there, and then way over there you'll have the escalators for the parking structure they're building, and then the tram will pick up in between them. Now, I'm assuming security's got to be somewhere in there also, but we're not sure exactly where that's going to be just yet.
I'm sure.
You're sure?
I know where it's at.
Where's it at?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I thought. And now there's one of those big pile driving machines right here. They got a lot more great work out there because they're really starting to put all the columns up out here. Now if you look right below me here, boom, you can see here's another ditch where they're going to be putting columns in right there. And then if we go, ooh, the wind just picked up. Look at that, there's a big hole. So they go way deep into the ground when they build these things. They got to put, that's going to be one of the bigger columns that they build out of that deep hole right there. And then here's another interesting part right here. This is where I believe they're going to put the ramp that goes up to the different levels of the parking structure, or the ramp that's exiting the parking structure. I don't know if it's going to be the exit or the entrance. So if you know the current parking structure right now, you know how it's has the ramp on one side, and then down the middle of it is the ramp to exit. Maybe that's what they're going to do. We don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is because it looks like it with the angle of these little ramps right there that'll go all the way to the different floors. And then they're starting to put cement around the metal wire form thingies for the poles that go up the building. And still way out there, you still see all that piping out there for either water or gas, or anybody know? Black piping. That's sewage, right? Is that sewage? Is that water, like maybe water runoff for the drainage for when it rains and stuff? Somebody let me know in the comments down below. I don't know, the electrical wire conduit's usually smaller than that, I think, but you know, who knows?
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know, that's for sure.
We don't know anything about construction.
Other than that, that's about it that's going on out here. Just a lot of dirt and metal so far. Well, that's it for this latest edition of the Pixar Pier Construction Update and Parking Lot Construction Update. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share with all your friends, leave us a comment down below, support us on Patreon, and as always, have a slice of Disney, and we'll catch you next time.